Day 5 of ranking randomly generated commanders and how I'd build them until we see Isperia the Inscrutable. Alright, we got a commander named Memnarch, which is actually one that I've never seen before. That second ability is a pretty strong one, but this creature requires a lot of mana and will make you a target if that's your primary game plan of stealing people's creatures. I think if I were to build this commander, I'd play off the fact that this commander is an artifact, and I'd play several artifact cost reduction spells, as an excuse to play some of my favorite artifacts. Some of those artifacts that I always enjoy playing are cards like Nexus of Becoming, which is actually great for cheating out other big artifacts. You could cheat in things like Darksteel Forge to make them all indestructible. Another one of my favorite artifacts that I don't play too often, but I should play more, is Chimmel the Inner Sun. And Cage Sun is another one of those sun cards that is great in all the decks that I always play it in. With Memnarch's ability requiring a lot of mana, I'd play a lot of ramp, and I'd also use a lot of support cards that untap artifacts, either on your end step or in other situations, to be able to have access to a lot of mana. I'd also play a lot of interaction so that you can bluff things. Maybe you could do a lot of fun instant shenanigans, and if you don't end up needing to use that interaction, then you could just steal someone's artifact right before your turn starts. And lastly, with the amount of ramp and artifact cost reduction, I think there's a lot of fun options that you can do with big artifact creatures. Game enders like Blightsteel Colossus, their Cityscape Leveler, or I rarely see love for Threefold Thunderhulk, which I just think is a really fun card to run. Some other fun options would be, since you're running these big creatures, you could have something like Renegade Doppelganger to pretty much give one of them haste because it becomes that for that turn, or Naga Fleshcrafter to exile from your graveyard to turn all of your tiny artifact creatures into those big beaters like a Blightsteel Colossus. In terms of where I'd rank this, out of the 5 we've covered so far, I'd probably put this in 4th place, above Slowbad, but less than the others. Any guesses to how long you think that this series will take?